This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball here on Let's Talk Sports. If you guys hear a noise in the background, that's my fan. It gets really hot in my room, as you guys know. I was just outside not too long ago, so just cooling off for now. But it's the final game of a 3-game set between the Cardinals and the Dodgers. The Cardinals are looking to try and win the series. Shohei Ohtani will be on the mound in this game for the Dodgers. He has been really good in this season. Will Smith, Max Muncy, both hitting well in the Dodger lineup. The Cardinals, they have a lot of guys hitting the ball well too. Jordan Walker, Ivan Herrera's been hitting the ball great as of late. The starting pitchings have been really phenomenal. Pretty much everything about the Cardinals this year in this franchise has been really good. And as you guys know, the Cardinals and Dodgers are playing in real life today. Cardinals won the series, so in real life against the Dodgers. So let's see if they can win the series in the franchise against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Andre Pallante on the mound in this one. 11 starts this year. He's 2-4, 44 innings pitched. He's been on the struggle bus as of late, but let's see what he can do and stay a really good Dodgers team. Quick counts are on for today, as this stream is going to be a little bit quicker, or will be probably a little shorter. As the first pitch fly out to Nootbaar and left. Here's the Dodger lineup in this one. Freeman leads off at first. Ha-Seong Kim. Shohei Ohtani is third. He's DH. Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Michael Conforto, and James Outman, all in that order. That is the lineup for the defending World Series champion Dodgers. Here is Kim hitting 204. Turns out there are two Ha-Seong Kims in baseball this year. Ha-Seong Kim from the Padres. I believe he went to the Rays this year. And then we have this Ha-Seong Kim who went on to play with the Dodgers. There's a strikeout. 2 away. Here is Shohei Ohtani hitting 304. He's hitting the ball great. He's pitching great. There's a pop-up to Contreras. Is he going to make the catch? He will. First inning comes to an end. Or top of the first comes to a close. As Pallante has a scoreless inning. Let's see what the Cardinals can do against Ohtani here in this one. And here's Ohtani. 4-6 on the year. 4.14 ERA. 13 starts. 71 innings pitched. 1.28 whips. 79 strikeouts as of late. Here's Lars Nootbaar to lead things off here for the Cardinals. Surprised that Ohtani is going to be able to pitch in this franchise, as he is not. Of course, he did not pitch at all in his first year at the Dodgers. He still hasn't really pitched with the Dodgers this year. And the count is 2-2 to Nootbaar. There's a high fly ball to center. Outman is going to make the catch, and that is out number 1. So here is the Cardinal lineup for this one. Nootbaar was the leadoff hitter. Then Trent Grisham batting second and center. Then Wilson Contreras, Alec Burleson, Jordan Walker, Nolan Arenado, Herrera, Brendan Donovan at shortstop today instead of Mason Wynn. And then Ezekiel Duran batting ninth. He's at second. Here's Trent Grisham. He has 10 home runs this year. He's hitting .260. Came over to the Cardinals this year as a trade during spring training.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out 1-2, and there's a fastball outside for, well, ball number 2. This is, like I said before, the quick counts are on for this game, as we are doing the Sunday night stream here in a few hours at 7 o'clock p.m. Red Sox and Yankees. I end up missing the last 2 weeks of Sunday Night Baseball, so we'll be bouncing back and doing a game tonight, and then we'll be, if you guys saw the schedule of games that I posted on YouTube. So 2 outs. Here is Wilson Contreras. Yeah, we've got Red Sox and Yankees tonight. June 15th, Pirates and Cubs at Wrigley Field. June 22nd, Phillies and Mets at Citizens Bank Park. And then June 29th, probably might be the worst game of the bunch, but it's an AL West division matchup, the Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. I just realized all the games we're doing are division matchups, so yeah, I gotta love that. Red Sox, Yankees, Cubs, Pirates, Mets, Phillies, and then Rangers, Mariners. Cubs and Pirates aren't exactly like a big rivalry. Contreras strikes out, and we go to the second. But it's still pretty fun when those two teams get together. But we go to the second inning. Here's Mookie Betts. Started off his career as an outfielder, and now Dave Roberts is having him play shortstop this year. There's a little floater out to left. Nootbaar will track it down and put it away for out number one. Cardinals wearing the Sunday night caps, the Sunday alternate hats. They got the navy with the bird on the bat, the red brim, red button. I actually have that hat in real life. I was actually wearing it today. Because I was wearing a red t-shirt, and I was like, well, you know what? This is going to be a good time to wear my Cardinal hat. I have the red, the home STL, or the red hat, the home hat. I need to get the away hat. I used to have a Navy road cap when I was a kid, but I don't have one anymore. Need to get a new one. That's fouled off. The count is 2-2. Maybe I can save up some moolah, some money, and find one on eBay or Amazon or something. Probably don't want to go to Amazon for hats. Or not Amazon, eBay for hats, because eBay's a lot of like used stuff. So probably go to MLB.com and find something on there. Max Muncy has the first hit of the game for the Dodgers, as it falls right in front of Alec Burleson and right. Oh, runner at first, one out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Cardinals in the middle of a homestand. Just got done playing the Kansas City Royals. Got the Dodgers in town this weekend. And then this coming week, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays. Runners going, throw down by Herrera. He throws it away. It gets past Duran. Luckily for him, Brendan Donovan was right behind him, so it didn't get into center field. So that'll be a pass ball on Herrera. Here's a 2-2 to Hernandez. There's a sinker hit foul, and it's 2-2. For those of you wondering if Wilson Contreras is going to do any catching in this franchise, I think we've had him catch a couple times. So that's really it. My plan is, say if Herrera or Pedro Pages, who's our backup catcher, say one of those two goes down, then yeah, I will most likely have Contreras behind the plate doing some catching, of course. I don't know why. I guess my favorite baseball position, like if I had to say my top three, it would be catcher, left field, and shortstop. Those are my top three. Andre Palante works a walk, or draws a walk. Here's Will Smith, not the actor, not the relief pitcher. Will Smith, 2-1 count. Clayton Kershaw, I believe, is getting the start today in real life for the Dodgers, so that's pretty cool to see. And he's actually having a good game today, so again, that's really good to see. Here's Conforto hitting .231 this year. First and second, one out. That is off the leg of Palante. Herrera's throw to first will be in time. And we're going to have to see if Palante is okay. That is does that hit him pretty hard on the leg? Looks like he's getting up, walking it off. Looks like he'll be okay. So the Dodgers have runners at second and third. 2 outs. Here's Conforto.
Ball 3.
Did I say Conforto earlier? That was... Yeah, that's still Will Smith. Hernandez, Will Smith, Conforto. With James Outman on deck. 3-1. Strike 2. Popped up. Herrera making the call, making the catch, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. As we go to the bottom of the second, this is also the game of the week. Ooh, very special game of the week. Using air quotations there, but Alec Burleson leads off here for the Redbirds. It is currently 3:55 p.m. Central Time. That is ripped into left field, and that is going to get over the head of Hernandez, and that should be a double for Alec Burleson as he slides in head first at second. So that is the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. So that'll bring in Jordan Walker in the number 5 spot in the lineup today. That is hit foul. The count is 2-2. Walker, first round pick out of Georgia, Decatur High School in Georgia. There's a strikeout. Drafted in 2020. He is strikeout number 2 for Shohei Ohtani. Here's Arenado. Redbirds getting the crowd all excited. Trying to, anyway. Here's 1-1. That's out inside, ball 2. Here's a 2-1. There's a big swing and a miss, 2-2. Ohtani has a sign. Kicks, deals. That's going to miss for ball 3. Moving over, or staying put at second is Burleson. 3-2. Fouls it off. Fastball got him looking, 2 outs. Strikeout number 3 for Ohtani. Here is Ivan Herrera. Cutter taken, 2-1. Herrera hitting .316 this year, .896 OPS. 7 home runs, 24 runs batted in. He's been doing really good this year with the bat. Been really solid behind the plate, too. There's a high fly ball to left center field. Outman goes back, and he puts it away for out number 3. Cardinals leave a runner on. Ohtani with 3 strikeouts now. As we go to the third, no score. Cardinals and Dodgers.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
The final game of a 3-game set. Dodgers won game 1. Cardinals won game 2. The question is who wins game 3. Andre Polance back at it for the Redbirds here in the 3rd inning. He was originally supposed to start against the Royals on June 3rd, I believe. Yeah, June 3rd. It was in this franchise, and then manager gave him the day off and had Luke Weaver start as he allows a second walk here in the third inning, or to begin the third inning. Here's Freddie Freeman, leadoff hitter in the Dodger lineup. He bats second here in the top of the third inning.
Ball. That's inside.
Inside, ball 2. Two. That is in a deep center. Grisham will make the catch. Bravenheimer, how you doing, sir? That is out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Or out number 1, my apologies. Ha-Seong Kim could be out number 2. Well, James Outman could be out number 2, and then Kim could be out number 3 if they get a double play. Broken bat. They might go for the double play. They just settle for the out at second. No throw to first, and Kim is aboard. Can't believe the Pacers still are in the NBA Finals. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I just started getting into basketball again, and I've told the story before, but if you didn't know, I started getting into basketball again and decided to be a Pacers, get into the Pacers earlier in the season, and what do you know, they're in the NBA Finals. That is crushed by Shohei Ohtani. In the deep right field, the Dodgers strike first, 2-0 LA. Number 21 of the year for Ohtani. That was absolutely smoked. That landed right behind the Cardinal bullpen. 427 feet. There's a souvenir for you out there in right field. Ohtani absolutely crushed that one. There's Mookie Betts, and he'll follow it up with a 2-out single. 2-out single for Mookie. Here is Max Muncy, hitting a .185 this year. I believe he's hitting the ball pretty well in the regular season, I believe. How's he doing in real life? Let's see. Max Muncy. Dang, he's only 34. That's crazy. Let's see. He is hitting .229 this year. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Ohtani puts the Dodgers on the board first, 2-0. As we go to the bottom of inning number 3. More Cardinal baseball coming your way.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the short
Brennan Donovan, Duran, and Nootbaar all due up for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the third. Ohtani, the man on the mound, he made it 2-0. Excuse me a minute. Brennan Donovan, 2-2 count, hitting .207 this year. There's a strikeout. That is strikeout number 4 for Ohtani.
second baseman, Ezekiel Duran.
One out here is Duran hitting 278. Came over to the Cardinals in a trade from the Dodgers, or not the Dodgers, the Texas Rangers. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight on ABC. Oklahoma City Thunder and the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton with a game-winning shot at the end of Game 1 to win Game 1 for the Pacers, a game that they never really had. I think the Pacers never had the lead in Game 1. It's like I remember like watching, like I was watching the game on my phone, or I was paying attention to the score, and the Thunder were just running away with it. I'm like, well, I guess tip your cap and go get him in Game 2. And then I saw the final score. I just for shits and giggles, I'm like, holy cow! And I saw that the Pacers came back and won. I'm like, whoa! Totally not expecting that. Duplar fouls it off, and the count is 1-2. I should do a. Would you guys be interested in? Since I have 2K now, would you guys be interested in like a basketball series on this channel? Here's a splitter taken for ball 2. I'll admit I'm not very good at 2K. Like I'm not the best at 2K, but if you guys want to see a series on 2K25, let me know. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting kind of bored with MLB The Show and a little bit with college football. 3-2. Newpar pops it up. Him and Otani were, I believe, teammates on Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic just a couple of years ago. Top of the 4th inning here in St. Louis, 2-0 Dodgers. We have been streaming for 22 minutes. Cardinals already got action going on in the bullpen, so this will be most likely be Palante's second to last inning. Hernandez is gone on strikes. 1 away.
Now batting, catcher Will Smith.
That's ball 2.
Grounder to Donovan. 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder Michael Conforto.
Ball 1-1 to Conforto. That's outside. Ball 2. Here's a 2-2. To Conforto.
3-2.
Up high, ball 3. Another 3-2. Fouled away. Hit foul, and it's 3-2.
That's ball 4.
That is taken for ball 4.
Now batting, the center fielder James Outman.
That is in the right. It will go just foul. It's 1-2. sinker. Ball 2. Into 4 for Palante. 2-0 Dodgers. Trent Grisham leads off for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He is, I believe, hitless. Yeah, 0 for 1 unassisted ground out. Only 1 hit for the Cardinals in this game. There's another strikeout for Ohtani.
Now batting, first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Another 3-2. Ball 4 to Contreras. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Burleson. He has the 1 hit in this game for the Cardinals, a double. That was hit into left field. Fouls off the sweeper, and it's 1-2.
2-2 now.
Burleson strikes out. 2 away here in the 4th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
Ball.
Sweeper 2-1.
2-1. That's ball 3. No, that's a ball. Take your base.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan
Ball 4 to Walker. 2-1, 2 out for the Cardinals. Here's Nolan Arenado, 0 for 1. There's a sweeper. Ball 2. Fastball fouled off, 2-2. Arenado strikes out, and the Cardinals leave runners on.
for the Cardinals.
We're in the 5th inning now. Anthony Banda, the former Dodger, was picked up on waivers from the Cardinals.
1 ball.
Having a really good season out of the bullpen. Like, he has been really, really good. Fouled off, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
Ball 2. 2-2. To the Dodgers leadoff man, Freddie Freeman. Fouled it off, and the count is 2-2. So you guys remember when I redid the MLB postseason in the 2024 playoffs. Well, sometimes I would do that like off of YouTube. Like I once redid the 2003 playoffs, the 2011 playoffs. Thinking about doing either 2019 or 2021. I think I might do 2019 just because that was just such a fun postseason. That was a fun postseason for me anyway. Obviously, being a fan of a team that was in that postseason, I think you guys can probably guess who that team was. There's a grounder to Duran, and that is out number 1 here in the 5th.
Now batting, second baseman, Hassan Kim.
But yeah, trying to think, what was like the best playoff series from the 2019 playoffs? I think the best wild card game, obviously when Kim strikes out. Definitely the National League wild card game between the Brewers and the Nationals. That was a good game. The Rays and Oakland A's wild card game, that was a good game too, but I feel like it gets overshadowed by the National League wildcard game just because the Nationals, like, you have the comeback. They came back late in the game. My apologies. I passed gas. But Trent Grisham, who's the starting left fielder, no, he's the center fielder in this game for the Cardinals. He was a rookie that year with the Brewers, and then, of course, he got traded to the Padres, and then he was with the Yankees in real life. But yeah, that's just a very iconic game. And then I believe Scherzer was on the mound that game for the Brewers, or not for the Brewers, the Nationals. He was really good. That Nationals team, like, I don't think anybody expected them to make the World Series. Like, they go into the division series, they play the Dodgers. Howie Kendrick had the grand slam late in Game 5. The Cardinals and the Braves division series, that was a really fun division series too. Again, I vividly remember watching, like, I remember 2019, that was kind of the year baseball on YouTube started to become kind of like what it is now, where content creators would make, analysis videos on certain players and certain teams and all that type of stuff, and doing like predictions videos and stuff. Ivan Herrera with a base hit into right field. That is hit number 2 in this game for the Cardinals. And like, I remember that was when like Giraffe Nick Mark, that's when he started. Like, that was his first full season covering real baseball, not doing MLB The Show. But yeah, I remember people were doing like predictions videos for the 2019 playoffs, and I don't think anybody predicted the Cardinals to beat the Braves in the playoffs that year. And there was the same thing with the Nationals and Dodgers. Like, I don't even think people predicted the Nationals to beat the Brewers. Like, the National League side of the postseason was just insane. But yeah, both division series were really fun. They both went into 5 games. The NLCS was kind of boring, as it only lasted 4 games, and of course that's not very exciting to me, especially when my team's the one who got swept in the NLCS. Oh my goodness, that was just such a forgettable NLCS. But the American League side of the playoffs, you got the Yankees and Twins. What went down? The Yankees and Twins. Yankees swept the Twins, of course. The Rays and Astros series, that was a really very underrated series. Not gonna lie, I felt kind of bad for the Rays when they lost. Brendan Donovan works a walk. Here's Duran. Cardinals have runners at first and second again. Let's see if this time they can score those runners.
for the Cardinals. Left fielder, Lars.
And then, of course, the ALCS in 2019, like that's an iconic ALCS, and then the World Series was a lot of fun. And also, that was the World Series where the road team won every game. You got the Nationals winning for the first time in franchise history. You know, Joe Buck getting the call in that ALCS and World Series. 2-2 pitch to Nootbaar.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's another strikeout for Ohtani. Or not Ohtani, Michael Kopech, sorry.
Center fielder.
Michael Kopech picks up another strikeout. Here's Trent Grisham. Cardinals went from having runners at first and second with nobody out to first and second and 2 out. There's a fastball taken for strike 2. So yeah, if you guys are interested in me doing another series like that where I redo the playoffs, just let me know. And once again, the Cardinals leave runners at first
Now pitching for
stranded
the Cardinals.
as we go to the 6th inning.
Number 64.
Ryan Fernandez pops out of the bullpen.
Ryan Fernandez.
Score is 2-0 Dodgers.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a grounder to first. Contreras steps on the bag. That's out number 1. 2019 was also the year I created this YouTube channel. Fun fact. I created it in May of 2019. And, well,
Now batting, left fielder, Teoscar
we're still
Hernandez.
going strong in 2025. Here's Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez facing Ryan Fernandez. Fly ball to center. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Cardinals will have Grisham, or we'll have Contreras, Burleson, and Walker due up. Scores 2-0 Dodgers. Michael Kopech still is on the mound for the Dodgers. He came in relief for Ohtani
1 ball, 2
in
strikes.
the 5th inning. We got Wilson Contreras leading off. He is 0 for 1. That is ripped into left center field. Outman's going back. This one is gone. Contreras puts the Cardinals on the board. Two to 1 is now the score. Here is Burleson.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's got a 1-2 count. Grounder to second. That is out number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
Here's Jordan Walker, 1 out, takes a slider. Outside for ball 2. 2-1. That's hit down the line, and the count is 2-2. Very early on that fastball, it felt like. Here's a 2-2 from Kopech. 2 outs. Two outs in the bottom of the inning.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Arenado 1-2 count. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in this game. 3 for 9 in this series. Here's the 1-2. Arenado takes a cutter, or swings at a cutter. He fouls it off. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts is the veteran third baseman Nolan Arenado. Wilson Contreras. At least the shutout is gone. Got it. At least that's going on. 2-1 Cardinals. Home run by Contreras. Or 2-1 Dodgers, excuse me. And Fernandez walks Will Smith to lead off the 7th. Here's Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
Walks the first man he sees, and then he strikes out Conforto. One away, here's Outman.
Two balls, one strike.
Two 2-1 pitch. Here's Outman. He takes a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-1 Dodgers lead. Slider's full. Count is full. Excuse me. 3-2. Sorry. Slider called. Strike 3 as Outman goes down swinging. Third strikeout for Fernandez. And here comes Freeman. 0 for 3 in this game. He's hitting .302 in the center. Grisham's going to make the catch. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Busch Stadium. Bottom of their lineup due up. When we return, Dodgers lead 2-1. Alex Vesia, a left-hander, comes in out of the Dodger bullpen to face Herrera, who is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Fastball fouled off, and the count is 1-2 as we got the quick counts on. Again, this is going to be a shorter stream. 2-2. Slider misses for ball 3. Blake Trinan and Keegan Aiken both warming up in the Dodger bullpen. Strike 3 call to Herrera as he's caught looking. The Cardinals have struck out 14 times in this game. Here's Brendan Donovan. Donovan strikes out. It's regular occurrence going on the Cardinal side of this game. Here's Ezekiel Duran. He's got a 1-2 count on him. Duran out to left. Hernandez is back. He can't make the catch. It goes over his head into the Dodger bullpen, and Duran is on with a ground rule double.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
2-2 is the count. Popped up right to Vicia. We go to the 8th.
Now pitching for the
Here's
Cardinals.
Jojo Romero.
Number 59.
He'll face Kim. He'll face
Jojo Romero.
Otani, and I believe Mookie Betts. Here in the 8th inning, Cardinals and Dodgers. Final game of a 3-game set.
We got full count.
There's a strikeout, 1 away.
Now back, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Here's Shohei Ohtani again. There's out number 2 as he grounds out to third.
Shortstop, Mookie Betts.
There's a base hit in the center. A 2-out single for Mookie.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
And bottom of the 8th inning, here we come. 2-1 Dodgers.
Los Angeles. Number 49, Blake Trinan. Leading off for the Cardinals, center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Trent Grisham leads off for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We got anybody in the chat? We do not.
Ball 2.
Sinker 2-2. Into right field, a base hit.
Now batting,
So the tying runs on for St. Louis here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Contreras. They've had runners at first and second twice and failed to score both times. 2-1 the count to Contreras. He had a home run back in the 6th inning. Sweeper misses ball 3. 3-1 count to Contreras with Burleson coming up. Coming up afterwards. Ball 4. So Contreras is on. Here comes Burleson. The 2-2 pitch from Trinan. Grounder to Muncie. 1. And they get them both, a double play. Tying run moves to 3rd. Tying runs at 3rd. Here's Jordan Walker. 3-2. Another strikeout. Blake Trinan gets out of the pickle. Zach Jackson comes in to face Hernandez. 2-1 Dodgers. I'm tired of seeing the Cardinals strike out all the time. Just failing to come up clutch. There's a double for Will Smith. Ground out. Strikeout. Okay, here we go. Tanner Scott comes in to face Arenado, who has not done a darn thing at the plate.
Number 66. Tanner Scott.
That is in the center. Arenado is back.
Now batting. Catcher.
Dodgers 2 outs away from getting the win. Here is Herrera, with Brendan Donovan up next. Herrera, base hit into center field. Herrera's aboard, and here comes Donovan. Oh for 2 today with a walk and 2 strikeouts. A 1-1. In the gap in right field, there's a base hit. Herrera's going to 3rd. They're going to hold him there. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And now we'll bring in Ezekiel Duran.
Ezekiel Duran.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Whip through a fastball. Duran out to center. This should tie up the game. Herrera's going to tag up. And it's tied at 2. Game's tied. Here's Nootbaar. Winning runs at 3rd. Nootbaar into right center field. Back at the wall, and we are going into extra innings. Fly out. Base hit. Strikeout. Okay. Here's Trent Grisham. 1 for 4 in this game, bottom of the 10th. Grisham, base hit into left center field. Here comes the winning run. Cardinals win 3-2 and 10. Grisham saves the day. A walk-off base hit wins the game for St. Louis. That's all we got for you here today on Let's Talk Sports. Cardinals win 3-2. Trent Grisham with the walk-off winner. I'm Josh Wright signing off. We'll see you later here in a few hours. Red Sox Yankees Sunday night baseball game of the week. Stay tuned. And for that,